What's going on, everyone? Today we are going to be talking about my largest collection yet, and that is my PlayStation 2 collection. Let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I have the fat PS2 and the slim PS2. The top three games are greatest hits. They are the NFL Street, God of War 2, and Ratchet and Clank. I really love the God of War 2 and Ratchet and Clank. MLB The Show 2007, Summoner, Devil May Cry 3, SOCOM Navy SEALs, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Star Wars Super Bombad Racing. All of these do not have the manuals. We have Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Terminator 3, The Redemption, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, Def Jam Vendetta, Spider-Man 2. Just a reminder, all of these have no manual. Also, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. We have Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie, Need for Speed Carbon, Midnight Club, Madden 2003, Lego Star Wars the video game, Kingdom Hearts. Just an FYI, all of these are game case and manual. I have Hitman Contracts, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 3, Destroy All Humans, Baja 1000, and Blitz the League. Up next, God of War, Soul Calibur 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance Special Edition, Final Fantasy 12, Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. All of these were the greatest hits versions. Civil War: A Nation Divided, Virtua Fighter 4, Van Helsing, Need for Speed Underground. All of these also have game case and manual. SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, ATV Off-Road Fury 2, Devil May Cry 2, NASCAR Chase for the Cup of 2005, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist of the Roses, Tekken 5, and The Terminator Dawn of Fate. We also have War of the Monsters, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, SmackDown vs. Raw featuring ECW 2008, Mortal Kombat Deception with the Premium Pack, WDL Thunder Tanks, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Seek and Destroy, Dragon Quest VIII, as well as Predator Concrete Jungle, The Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, Mortal Kombat 5 Deadly Alliance, Champions of Norath, Sprint Cars Road to Knoxville, and Madden 2004. Okay, the last group here is Hunter the Reckoning Wayward, Kessen, Gretzky NHL 06, Final Fantasy X, Dead to Rights and Dead to Rights 2, Call of Duty Finest Hour, and Call of Duty 2 Big Red One. Okay, so if you've watched any of my other collection videos, you know how this goes. I normally save a couple games at the end and touch on them just a little bit, give them a little extra, of the spotlight so that others can, see what they are and potentially try to go get them if they at all are interested in games of those genres or those play styles. Now, these are not necessarily the best games that I own, but these are just some games that I have fond memories of or that I like a lot. And so the first one is Dynasty Warriors 3. I get it. If you played one, you played them all, essentially. But for some reason, I don't really like any of the other ones, besides one on the PSP, besides Dynasty Warriors 3. My buddy John and I used to play this all the time, and it's just so fun. We used to jump on the elephants, run everybody over, try to see who could get to 1,000 first, 1,000 kills. I mean, it's mindless killing, and you just running around doing whatever you really want to, just killing stuff. Really easy until you get to some of the boss encounters that are running around, and then obviously those are a little bit more difficult. But overall, the game's fantastic, and if you're new to playing games, and you want to just kill things, I think it's a good option. It's mindless, easy, something that you can just do while listening to a podcast, watching a TV show, or whatever in the background. Really good game. Next up is Greg Hastings Tournament Paintball Maxed. This is actually signed by Greg Hastings himself, and I met up with him on several occasions. I used to play paintball competitively and have my own team, so I actually got to meet him, like I said, on several occasions. and this game is just super fun. There's multiple teams in here that I've met, or people in here that I have met as well, that are just really cool guys. And this game's just really fun. With some paintball guns, they have dual triggers, so you could hit them both, and the faster you hit it, the more balls come out. So in this game, actually on the PS2 controller, if you hit R1 and L2, if you rotate them, the paintballs come out faster than if you were just hitting R1 or R2. And I think that's a cool little touch they added into the game. Now there's another one, or there's like three or maybe even four of the Greg Hastings games. I had one for the original Xbox, I had one for the Xbox 360, and then this one. But this one is my favorite one. Now, the Greg Hastings Paintball 2, that was for the 360 and PS3, I like that one a lot. I misplaced my original Xbox 360 copy that I had. I don't know where it is. Hopefully, I can find it, but I've moved like 4 times since I've got it, so it's probably just MIA. But next game or games, it's going to be a 2-for-1 here. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. Obviously, one's the first one is the greatest hits. The second one is not. The second one, I'm unfortunately missing the manual. But these games are fantastic, and I wish that the more recent Star Wars Battlefront games were more like these ones. But I would say the second one's actually not that bad. I platinumed the second Star Wars Battlefront, the one on the PS4 and Xbox One. I like that one a lot. I like it a lot more that they've added more offline features and that they've added more co-op or versus AI things. I mean, I think it's fun, playing against certain people, but the way that they have it set up right now, or the way the community is, sometimes you get put on in lobbies that people are just like no-lifing the game, and that's all they do. And it's like, I have a kid, I have a family, I have work, I have all these other things. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 is not the only thing that I'm playing. So sometimes you jump into these games where they have characters that are like level 500, and like I'm sitting around at like some characters at like level like 50 or 70 or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I'm not going to sit there with somebody that's put that much time into it. I'm not going to be able to compete with that. So, I mean, I'm not horrible at the game, but when you get some of those no-lifers in there, it just makes the game unenjoyable. So, when you play like versus the AI or with AI, because they have like a mode where it's like 4 actual players with AI versus just AI, that's actually not that bad. I think that's quite enjoyable. Because, I mean, it's more mindless, just running around killing stuff. These games were not too hard, but I just think that sometimes when you're playing online multiplayer games with people that are just over leveled, and I guess the leveling system in the game doesn't really matter after you get all the attribute points for your cards or whatever the case may be. But it's still just not satisfying when you're playing with somebody that's played the game for like 50 hours or 100 hours, and you've sat there and only played it for like 10, 20. Just an example, you're going to get that person that played 10 or 20 hours is going to get blasted by that guy that's played it 100. Like, I wasn't necessarily that good at the flying stuff in the game, but in order to get the platinum trophy, you had to do a lot of the flying, and so I ended up getting pretty good at it because I just sat there and I grinded it out, and I got pretty good at flying around in the ships. But I mean, if you're just jumping on just to have fun, you're not really going to have much fun when you got people in these ships that are just like damn near professionals. Okay, these guys are just extremely good, so it's not necessarily enjoyable doing it that way. Now that I'm done rambling, I guess I'll move on to the last set of games here. Okay, so the last ones I got here are Dark Alliance 1 and Dark Alliance 2. Okay, yeah, these guys are very fun. Uh, they kind of play like Diablo, in top down, running around picking up loot, killing a bunch of different enemies. Got bosses with little health bars. Your character's got a health bar. Your character's got their mana or magic or whatever you would like to call it, red, blue, and then the green bars for your experience, level up, you enhance your character's abilities, carrying, and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very, very fun. These games are, from what I recall, because my dad and I went through and beat both of these, were very long. Now, I don't know if that was just because of how we were playing it, but I'm fairly certain that these games are just simply long. Excuse me. These games are just fantastic. If you like Diablo, you need to check them out. If you like D&D, these are D&D licensed games. So if you like D&D, like video game stuff, definitely think about checking this out. Like it a lot. Like it a lot. Now, some people get this really confused with the Baldur's Gate games, like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 that were on like the PC and then got ported over, I believe, to the PS4 and Switch. I know for a fact they got ported over to the Switch, but these are different from those. But these are very fun. I prefer these over those Baldur's Gate games, but I understand why people like those a lot. But I prefer the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games over those and over just about anything, because Dark Alliance Baldur's Gate 2 is my favorite game on the PS2, and so many fond memories of it. Always played as the dwarf, like him a lot. Ever since I watched the Lord of the Rings movies, always wanted to be the dwarf. So anytime I could, I was always the dwarf. That's what it was. That's what it still is. So, you know, if I can be a dwarf in a game, I'm going to be a dwarf. Okay, guys, thanks for watching my video today, and I should have another one coming out soon. I've been posting at least a video a week. If I have more time, I will do more. I am getting a lot of games stacked up for my GameCube and PlayStation Vita, and so I may be doing a pickups video here soon. I'm waiting on a few games that are supposed to be coming in. Once those come in, I may do a pickups video this week, if not next week for sure. But I will be doing another collection video next week. Not quite sure which one I will do. Quite possibly my PlayStation 3, or since I've had to be rebuilding my PlayStation 3, my 3DS, and my PSP collection, I may just do a larger video with all of them together because of the fact that my collections for those are rather small at the moment since I'm rebuilding them from the ground up. But let me know down in the comments if there were any games today that you've seen that I owned that you feel I need to play again or need to play in general, because I haven't played all of them yet. If there's any games that I have shown you today that brought back some memories, let me know down in the comments. If there's any of these that or any games like these that you think I should play, let me know down in the comments as well, and I'll keep an eye out for them when I'm video game hunting. That's all I can think of. Everybody, have a great day. But